That's okay. Are we doing the correct last one? All right, cheers.
Hi, everybody. So I'm Kate, for those of you who don't know me. I am Julia's sister and Stephen's now sister-in-law. I'm also the maid of honor, and I'm the baby of the family. Thank you. You're welcome. I also want to start by thanking all of you for being here today. Thank you to the Teal family for being such a loving and inviting family, to the Asnicars, and thank you to the Asnicars for all agreeing to be in the same room at the same time. Big strides, guys. I also want to specifically thank the parents of Julia and Stephen that made this event possible despite all the odds. Julia and Stephen, for those of you who don't know, they've already been married for about 6 weeks. But still, they really thought it was important to have this day for one really specific reason, and it's for all of us in this room. They're doing it for all of us, so I'm really grateful for that, and I want to remember that and thank them for just sticking it out and just going for it. It's obvious that all of you here have had a significant impact on Julia and Stephen's life, and they want to share this really important moment with their closest friends and family. And Jerry. Seriously? I want to talk about how great of a sister Julia is. Julia is hardworking and committed. She does not give up. She never gives up. Even on ex-boyfriends who were not close to good enough for her, she did not give up on them. I just admire her so much. Julia has a lot of love to give, and it's evident by the work that she does. Julia has her master's degree in social work. Yeah, she does! And she works with a lot of people, including recovering addicts, individuals and families facing homelessness, developmentally delayed children and adults, and children of all ages in the foster care system. And the work she does is amazing and should be recognized, so you're amazing. If you know her, you know that Julia approaches challenges in her life head on, and she does not rush into any major decision. She takes her time before putting her best foot forward, whether it's taking 5 years to complete her master's degree, or 7 years to marry her best friend. Julia is not held by the bounds of time. It's actually pretty obvious if you look at the slideshow at the front, photos of Julia from 5, 10, 15 years ago. She looks exactly the same. She has not aged. So it's pretty impressive. So a little bit about me. Before I came onto the scene, Julia had 5 glorious years of being the baby and the only daughter in the family. Then I showed up and I made the next 14 living hell. Yes. If I wasn't, ripping the hair out of her dolls or running away from home or demanding that we paint our room, our shared room, the color of pink sparkle Barbie. I was obstinate, inattentive, and regularly just emotionally volatile. Thank God for big sisters and lots of therapy. But for all the times that I was mean to Julia, or I was unfair, she continued to love me and she never retaliated. Even when I began to steal her clothes and her hookah, she always forgave me and she always stuck by my side. I actually just remembered this the other day. When I was really young, I had a lot of hearing issues, and I would hear ringing in my ears all the time. And one time I asked Julia if she could hear it. I was like, "Can you hear this ringing? Is it just in my ears, or can you hear it too?" And she couldn't hear it, but she said, maybe I can hear it. And she sat down next to me on the bed and put her ear next to mine and just listened to the ringing in my ears. She didn't hear it. And then later, we tested the age-old question is, if you're on the phone with someone and you have to pee, can the other person hear it? We tested that and you can't. It's safe, you guys. You can do it. Okay, so I'm a twin. This is my twin brother, Jake. So having a boy twin, there's like not much that you can be identical in, and Jake and I obviously don't look very similar. I love being Jake's twin, but I think it was Julia who I always wanted to be more like. I wanted to listen to the same music as her. I wanted to be sweet and caring like her. I wanted to play the piano as well as her without having to practice playing the piano. In fact, after Julia graduated college, she came and lived at home for a year, my senior year of high school, and she suggested that I look at her college, and I did, and I went to the same college as her. So I really wanted to be as much like her as I could. And I'll say that it takes some time to look back in your life and be able to see all the twists and turns where your life led for better or for worse. And I can see that almost every decision suggested or supported by Julia was to my benefit. Every time I listened to her, things got better. It was the right decision. Having Julia as my sister is one of my greatest gifts in life, and something I'm so grateful for. Even though things have been hard for her sometimes, I'm comforted to know that she has Stephen, who will always be her biggest fan, and be her comfort, and to be her umbrella when the shit starts to rain. It's obvious that nothing can keep these two apart. Nothing. And they truly have found home and love together. So, to the bride and groom.